Can I
Please.
give it a go? All
Yep.
right. So I keep using this analogy because I think it properly shows the issue. Um, in relation to black voters, which are the ones that are moving, voters for the last, I want to say, 15 years, 16 years, have been much more independent minded and
It's true.
started to have massive swings.
Yeah.
And I think we saw that in 2012, 2016, and
Yeah.
2020.
I think
But
Hispanic voters
the
have been
big
much more
shift,
movable than the
yeah,
black voters in America. That's true. Yes.
yeah, but the big shift is where black voters are landing. And what
Mhm.
I keep saying is, in relation to the black community, the Republican Party and the Democrat Party are like an absent father and an abusive mother.
Mm.
And
Mm.
you could blame, like, the first thing the absent father, the Republican Party, wants to do when it shows up and it sees the problem in the household is tell that young boy, put down the 40 ounce, turn off that rap music, pull up your pants, get a job, and stop sticking your junk in everything and making random babies. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. That tough love. But the father wasn't there for this child's entire life to build
Mhm.
rapport and show love first. Therefore, his comments can't be taken as tough love. They're taken
Sure.
as an insult and disrespect.
Yep.
And therefore, the child goes, "You haven't earned that level of credibility with me.
Right.
I'm going to stick it out with the abusive mother." Who, because I already covered, Republicans aren't in urban communities.
Not at
No
all.
black person alive today has lived under Republican Party or under conservative principles of governance, the conservation of the Constitution, the Republic, and the inalienable rights of individuals.
There we go.
And like the average black person hasn't lived under governance like that. And even when they do get something that sounds like that, it's authoritarianism on the right. And
Okay.
it doesn't ends up in it, or it ends up being the same
Mm.
policies with a different spin and a different sales pitch.
So with all of
So
that, though,
I'll
where do
stick
you
it out
think
with
the
the
vote is going to
abusive
go?
mother. Well, that's the thing. It up until recently, there hasn't been a single Republican who has even been willing to talk to black voters as if they're normal people or even deserving of policy.
I would
You
argue that
you hear
Trump
all the
did.
Trump,
I would
yes,
argue that
and
Trump
Trump
did.
is the first, and
Yes,
that's the
I would
thing.
argue he
He's the
did.
first. So now that he's done it, there is a rise of people on the right. There's always been a group of people on the right who have been just saying, all you got to do is just treat us with respect and offer
Yep.
us policy the same way you do everybody else. Because black men, when you poll issues, the black
Mhm.
community actually polls on the conservative wing of the Democrat Party,
That's
where
it.
blue dog Democrats like JFK used to was when he was alive.
Let me walk
So
a couple of other things you said.
what we're finally having is Trump is courting these voters actively. The Republican Party under Ronna McDaniel outright refused to court black
Yes.
voters, but now under Michael Watley, who worked with Kevin Daniels, and under Laura Trump, hopefully they're going to actually be doing this. But a part of it is that Trump is going to, like Donnie said, he's going to have to call out the people who are outright purposely sabotaging any chance at black outreach, because right now, you, Charlie Kirk, Jack Posobiec, Matt Walsh, all these guys, the Daily Wire crew, these guys are not stupid. They have high IQs. I don't think anybody can say that they lack intelligence, which makes me sit there and go, if you're not stupid
Let me
and
touch
you're
this. Let
not
me touch
ignorant,
this.
how are you doing this and
Let
not
me
seeing that? How is it
let
not
me touch
purposeful?
this. I think it is, but isn't purposeful. And what I mean by that is, and it's on both sides. The Republicans don't have the institutional knowledge on how to reach out to the black community, and the Democrats only
Agree.
have one play in their playbook. That's all
Agree.
Democrats have. They have one play, which is pander. That's all they have, so they pander. Republicans, their playbook is empty. They don't know what to even do. So to be forward, Trump didn't do this on purpose. Trump wasn't like, let me go reach out to black people. He just didn't care. And people on the who are more Democrat went, oh, that means he's racist. And he was like, no, I just don't care. He just said, hey, guys, you want jobs? You got jobs. You don't got jobs? Okay. And like people were like, oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work. You just treated us like everybody else. Yeah, that's all he did.
Well,
and so
I think it makes
he
sense that Trump's he's not a conservative. He's not a Republican. He's a nationalist populist. So
he's also
if the idea sounds good, yes, he is a showman. So if the idea sounds good, then he's willing to go with it. And the whole criminal justice reform, he's going.
Let me get Kit, go ahead.
Well, okay, so when it comes down to Trump, he's a showman, and he's been in television for a very long time. The fact people are still surprised, I can't believe Trump said that. He's been he's never changed who he was. He's got that appeal. He's got that attraction in which people can follow him. They know who he is. It's just it was amplified because it was a presidential election cycle, 2016, 2020, and now in 2024. But when we look at where voters are going, well, the articles and data and polling are showing a gradual acceptance of voters leaving the party. So I think where voters are going, it is going to be their choice, anything but Democrat. And this is where the Democrats are going to be up against the wall.
Okay.
Okay. So if we're focusing on black voters, if we're talking about black voters specifically, okay, they're looking at, okay, I have not succeeded under Joe Biden. It has gotten more miserable. It's gotten rough. And even in my city of Chicago, the black community has given the city council and the mayor of my city their 2 cents. It gotten so bad that the mayor did something unprecedented, and that is kick people out of the main floor where the council and mayor are at to keep them up there in the nosebleed section on the 3rd floor, so where there cannot be civic engagement. Now, that is a huge reach of power by a mayor telling constituents, oh, I don't want to hear your voices. When you tell that to enough people, they're going to walk away, specifically if black voters are being pandered to or constantly being talked down to by white liberals. If you don't improve, if you don't vote for Biden, things will get rough for you under Trump. Things are already rough for a lot of people.